I'm going to do a Siona build. This is the Selection 2 white-green enchantment deck. Just as I did for Selection 1. Now that Theros is out, Theros 2 is out, I'm looking through all the cards that could possibly come into this build from the Selection. And that's a very large number of cards with a lot of junk. But the thing that happens when a new set comes out is, and I have no idea why I moved the tripod, is that the whole set needs to be reevaluated. And so that's what I'm really doing here. So I'm going to move my piles and not move the tripod away from where I'm filming, which was silly. And then start going through. So let's look at Siona. All right, what does she want us to do? All right. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, reveal an aura card, and put it in your hand. Okay. Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a token. Okay, and it doesn't fly. The token does not fly. So you're going to need flyers. Well, you usually need a lot of flyers in any deck. In a white-green deck, you don't get that many. So flyers are going to be near and dear in this deck. And of course, and I separated all the enchantment auras first to discuss them first. And the ones that are defensive, such as pacifism, can be in here for a good reason, but not for Siona's support. So I'm just going to put it back in the pile with other enchantments that I'll discuss later. Okay. So yeah, so these are all. I'm gonna go through and make sure that all of these are really for enchanting my own creature. So give it flying. I said I needed flyers, so that's good. Yeah, give it a fat butt. Yeah, get to do it twice. I guess I'm warming up to escape, even though I don't like that it exiles many cards from your graveyard. But I think eventually Escape and I will be best buddies. We just have to get to know each other. Yeah, gives it a small buff and gives it vigilance, fat butt, and assigns combat damage to that fat butt. That's very interesting and good in a defensive way. First strike deals combat. Yep, also makes a token. So actually, this dude is a buddy of Siona's. Yeah. Not enchanting lands at this, for what I'm looking at right now. So I'll put it back in the pile of enchantments. Another enchant creature, that's good. Another enchant creature that it becomes a giant. It's kind of meaningless, but yeah, that's fine. And then this creates a token in addition to what it does to the creature, which is really good. And then it's got a fight trick. This one has a fight trick. And it's a fat butt, but that's fine. Draw a card, gives it a very small buff, and gives it trample. Yeah. And then draws you a card. Yeah, and turns it into a 3/3. Yeah, and it's versatile because if your opponent has a 7/7 flyer, this will actually buff it down, but if you've got a 1-drop, it'll buff it up. Yeah. Okay, so we went through that, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, of course, Siona is starting off with a build with enough support already, and that's really good. I don't think I need 12. All right, I don't think I need 12, so I'm just going to set aside Siona and her support and think about that as I go through the cards, because I think I'm going to take this down to maybe like 10 or 9, but not 12. All right, so I'll keep going through the choice double color cards. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal an enchantment, put it into your hand. Top 4 cards only, that's not that many, but yeah, okay. Exile target creature or enchantment you don't control. Yeah, so it's kind of like a tuck. It'll tuck an opponent's creature or enchantment. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it's a -7, so it can happen pretty quickly, starting as a 4. You drop it, give it 5, turn 1, turn 2, it gives it 6, turn 3, gives it 7. So yeah, so in 4 turns, you can ultimate this dude if you can protect him. That's pretty good. Yeah, so he's a keeper for sure. Whenever you cast a creature spell that has an adventure, put a counter on this. That's kind of meaningless here. I'm going to set it aside. This guy's been consistently very bad. But yeah, you look at the top 4 cards, review a creature of enchantment. Yeah, he may actually be good in here, even though it's a 4/2/1. So I'm going to say yes. Put it in the yes pile. Yeah, that's nice. Even though it's I'm discussing it as an instant, and it's double color. But yeah, and I'll regroup them later between videos. Proliferate. Yeah, I think we're going to be on counters. That's for sure. Obama. Yeah, we're on counters and on tokens, and Obama comes in pretty early. Yeah, sure. We're on tokens, and we're on creatures. Yeah. We've got a little bit of devotion. This is not a devotion deck. I'm not sure any of my decks are going to be devotion decks, because they're all going to be commander decks, and I think it's really hard with only one Theros set to pull off a devotion deck in commander. I already did 2 builds, 1 for each selection, and I don't know if they were scratch decks for a better deck or just outright failures, and I'll never try them again. I'm not sure. I still have a lot of Theros to crack. So yeah, boost critters when tapping and create 2 tokens. Yep, sure. Yep. So all the fat butt creatures can hit for their butt. That's really good. Yeah, gaining a bunch of life. It doesn't hurt in a white-green deck since you don't have enough flyers. Gift Vigilance, underrated and very good. Yes. Gaining life, that's not so great. But put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and loyalty counter on each other planeswalker you control. That can be really good. I mean, if this guy came in, okay, and you sacrifice the -2 on Calyx, that's nice. Prevent all non-combat damage. This is good, but I've got incredibly enough. I think Siona is almost like a final deck. It could be that Siona doesn't really get help from the next 2 sets that much, because it's already, I think, a good selection. So I'm going to say no for now. Incredibly enough. I'm going to have to be really picky with this build, where I wasn't with Dalekos, the selection 1 blue-red deck. Yeah. You're probably going to sacrifice them in doing so, but that turn your critters are going to be buffed. Yeah, turn something small into a 4/4. Yeah, indestructible. I like that, and it's only a 3-drop. I mean, I think I may end up eating all my words about Theros 2 eventually. Which I love to do, because then I'll crack a gazillion packs. Fantastic devotion, even though we're not strong on devotion, we're just doing it. Distribute counters, combat trick, yeah, creature from outside the game. Yeah, that's nice. It can be anything. That's really cool. Love that trick. And then we've got the devotion, dude and dudette, which they're gonna go in. One is on butt, Daxos, and the other one is on buff, but we have a lot of things in here that make the butt bigger, and we have things that make it hit for toughness, not power. So that's really important here. Daxos gains you life. Not sure we're on life gain. Not sure how we're going to benefit from it, except for by lengthening the game. Not sure. But the enters with an extra counter for Renata is actually pretty good. So these two are in. And this guy, incredibly enough, finally, there's a deck where he doesn't suck. And so far, he's been doing a lot of sucking. So in this case, he hits. All right. So he gives another target creature +X from his power. And right now he's just a bear. But I've got a bunch of auras, so I can drop an aura on this guy and give something a big buff. So yeah, finally he's good. That's incredible. So our selection's getting bigger. All right, we've already picked a lot of stuff. It means that we're going to be very, very picky in our cleaning up. And let's go through our creatures. Now, I've got two that I added. Well, one that I wanted to highlight and one that I added from my recent pulls of Throne. And I've been thinking about this card, man. I love this card. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. And it comes in the toolkit. I mean, I'm amazed by that. In a commander deck, I think this card is fantastic. 5/3/3, it doesn't fly, it doesn't do anything. It's really more like an anthem that happens to also be a creature. But boy, at the beginning of your upkeep, I mean, I don't have to say it again. Put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. That is beastly. Beastly. Yeah, especially if we have a few proliferate enablers. Yeah, this card is really, really good. I don't know. That's what I think. And then a 6/4/5 flyer. Now, I don't really like the non-Archon creatures have base power and toughness 3/3. I don't like that, because everything in here is a non-Archon, and some of it is going to be like really big. I'm not sure, incredibly enough, this card is good in this build. I'll keep it in, it's a mythic rare, but it actually may go out. This card is actually much, much better in a white-blue control deck where your creatures suck. Actually, no, I'm not going to take it. No, I'm not going to take it because I do not want this. I don't want my 10/3 big critter to become a 3/3. I do not want that, so I'm not going to take it. No way, but I'm taking this guy for sure. Okay, so let's go through our white critters, and I think I'm going to do the ones that are uncommon, rare, and then foil commons first, and then I'll probably I'm gonna start this on the next video. So the next video is going to be all creatures. Yeah, let's do it that way.